day 4, April 13th, with your ELA packet. So I'm just going to review the assignments for April 13th. It's to read asking questions, to read the story Drip, Drop, Roots on Top, to label the pictures, answer the questions that go with the story, and respond to the writing prompt in your reading journal. They're asking questions. It wants you to ask a question with the question words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Look, it also wants you to look for the answer to your question, which you can locate in the words or in the text features. So now I'm going to start with the story, Drip, Drop, Roots on Top. You are in a rainforest. The air is warm. Rain falls hard and fast. Soon, the rain stops, but the air still feels wet. Will it rain again? Yes, it will. This is life in the rainforest. Drip, trip, tips, and raincoats. Have you ever been soaked by the rain? Ooh, soaked means really wet. Your clothes get wet. You need to dry off. Plants need to dry off too. Plants can die if they get too much rain. Drip tips can help. A drip tip is a pointy end on a leaf. Rain drips off the pointy part, the leaf dries off. You can wear a raincoat to stay dry. Some plant leaves make a waxy coating. This coating is like a raincoat. It stops water from soaking into the leaf. Splat, splat, splat. Rain falls. The drops roll across the smooth, shiny coating. They slip and slide off the leaf. The leaf dries off. Roots get food. Many plants have roots below the ground. The roots grow far down. They are hard to see. The roots absorb or soak up food from the soil. The food is from dead plants and insects. The dead things fall apart and sink deeper into the soil. In a rainforest, roots peek out of the dirt. Some roots even stay above the ground. Why? Roots stay on or near the top because the food is there. Dead plants and bugs wash away before they can sink into the soil. Roots need to stay on top of the soil to absorb this food. Trees and plants live with a lot of rain in the rainforest. Plants stay dry with drip tips and waxy coatings. Roots soak up food before it washes away. Plants and trees survive in their rainy rainforest home. So now I'm going to go back to our assignment review. We just read asking questions, so we can put a check there. We just read drip, drop, roots on top, so we can put a check there. It looks like the next thing it wants us to do is to label the pictures. So here is the story, all in whole, and it wants you to label starting with page 30, which is page 2 of the text. So that drip, trips, and raincoats heading. So I'm going to go to that page, and it looks like it's a picture of leaves. So I'm going to write the word leaves, and then I'm going to label the next pictures. I'm only going to show you the first one, and I want you to do the rest. Remember to finger spell your words, or I'm noticing that this is a nonfiction text, which means you should be able to find the words in the text. So that way you should be able to locate it. You can underline the word and then write the word. So now you can put a check next to that if you have continued on. You're going to now answer the questions that go with the story. So this is question 1, and I have the first page with it. Remember, I'm only going to model the first one, and then I'm going to read the questions for you. Which picture shows what the weather is like in a rainforest? I'm going to go back to that story. I notice that the sentence, the air is warm, is telling me something about the weather. So I'm noticing that it's a warm climate, probably very sunny. I'm also noticing it says rain falls hard and fast. Ooh, that tells me it's going to be very rainy. So even though picture 1 shows a lot of rain on that tree, I'm noticing there's no leaves, so that would not correspond with the first sentence where it says it's warm. I'm noticing the second sentence looks like there's trees there, but it doesn't also, there's no rain and there's not a lot of leaves, which tells me it also isn't warm. So I'm going to go with picture C. because that seems to look like there's a lot of rain and I see a lot of leaves in the canopy of the trees. Question, I don't know what happened to question 2. Question 3, how do a leaf's coating and tip help the plant survive in the rain? Question 4, what does the word absorb mean? Remember to locate the word absorb in the text, and then that one read it in the sentence. Reread the sentence to help you. That will be a clue as to what answer it would be. Question 5. Why do roots grow above the ground in the rainforest? Complete the sentence. Roots above the ground can get food before moves it away. Remember to go locate that sentence in the text and then look for the missing word. Question 6. How do roots on top help a plant survive in the rain? So now that you've answered those questions, you can put a check. Let's move on to respond to the writing prompt in our reading journal. So there's your reading journal, and it should look like a picture page like this. And it says, you just read Drip Drop Roots on Top. What was the most interesting fact that you learned? Why do you think that that is so interesting? So you're going to start with saying the most interesting fact I learned is that. Then you're going to tell me, write down what it is, and then why. Why did you pick that interesting fact? What made it interesting for you? And then draw your picture to. So now I can put a check next to that. So now we're going to go over your assignments for writing. It says to choose a prompt from the calendar and then draw a picture and write your response in the writing journal. So now I'm going to go to the writing journal. And here's in that section is your writing prompt calendar. I am noticing there's a couple of fun ones in here that I was looking at. What would happen if a mouse became a teacher for a class of tiger cubs? Ooh, that would be a really interesting story. Let me see. Who was your favorite teacher and why? Describe a dream a dog might have. And you can pick any which one you want. If I were you, after you pick it, you might want to color the box so you remember that you've already written about that. So you might pick one of those that I just read, or you may pick one of the others that are on there. Then you're going to start writing. In your writing journal, it also has this anchor chart to help you to remind you to start your sentences with a capital letter and to end with punctuation. Also to remember to have a naming part, which is your noun, and your action part, which is your verb and your expander. So please remember to do that. Remember to also turn the prompt around. So if I picked a dream a dog might have, I might say, one dream a dog may have may be, okay? And then you need to explain it to the reader in 2 or 3 sentences. That's where that first, then next comes in. And then close it with an ending. This is why. I can't wait to read your story. Remember, if you've run out of space, you can always turn the page over and use the back. Remember to draw your picture to match your words. So now I can put a check that I chose a prompt from the calendar, and I can put a check that I drew a picture and wrote about my response. You are all done for the day unless you have your math and science. If not, then I can't wait to see you in the math and science video. Bye for now.